Shalom to my brothers and sisters in the body of Yahushua HaMashiach. Today I bring you another confirmation of Yahuwah's message that was given to my sister Carla about him allowing a Gentile nation to go in the land of Israel. And here's the proof that Yahuwah done this himself. Okay?
I was a taxi driver before the war. But in Israel, we are all soldiers and willing. I was not very religious, but after what happened to us that day, how can I not say it was God who helped us? We've been on recon since early Friday. I was sick and hurting bad. We knew we had to make our way back to our unit. Two of us wouldn't stand a chance if we ran into the Egyptians. Then, suddenly, there they were. There was nowhere to run, so we just stood there, like ducks in a gallery waiting to be shot. For lack of a better idea, we aimed our guns at them and shouted, and I can hardly explain what happened. There's a slug! There's a slug! There were 18 armed soldiers in the back of the truck. I had a rifle with an almost empty clip. They trembled like men stricken by the palsy, begging me for mercy.
טוב, שימו לב. כאן החיילים שלכם. ברור? כן המפקד. בינתיים, תמתינו, ונדע מה עשינו, ותפתחו עיניים. מובן? מובן. המפקד! מה זה? לא יאומן! שוקר. טוב.
When my heart finally stopped pounding, I asked the Egyptian, why didn't he call for his men to open fire?
يلا النار علينا. والله ما بعرف. ايدي جمدوا. ايدي
He said their arms were paralyzed. Paralyzed? I'm not sure I understand what happened, but how can I ever say it was not God who helped us?
بخاف من ربك.
The Egyptian said he feared our God, and I confessed I fear him also.
Each soldier sees the war from his own perspective. There was a myriad of miracles on the battlefield, but also in the villages and the towns. For all of the incredible stories documented, there were many more preserved in the private stories told by the ones who were there, by the ones who were spared by events that cannot be explained.
I was 10 years old when the war came. My father had gone to fight. The last thing he said to me was that I was the man of our family while he was away. When the bombs began, we barely escaped. I ran with my mother and sister Lily, like Father had said. We were finally safe. At least, that's what I thought. The bomb did not explode. Baruch Hashem. In the days and months that followed, I heard many stories like ours. We were not the only ones spared by the miraculous hand of God.
Any thinking person has to think about the intervention of God in the history of Israel. What rationale is there for Israel to exist today? This little country, a postage stamp, stood against 20 Arab countries sworn to its destruction, plus hundreds of millions of Muslims who were incited and activated to work against Israel's existence. And yet not only does it exist, it thrives.
There were only 4 Syrian fighters on the ridge, but 3 of our guys were hit and wounded bad. I figured if Yaakov and I could keep him pinned down until dark, we could slip away and get our guys to the meadows. But nothing could have prepared us for what had happened. It was an entire company of Syrian infantry. We were nearly out of ammunition. We had no chance. For us, the war was over. We knew the Syrians did not take prisoners. Yaakov and I said goodbye, prayed for God to save Israel, and prepared to die.
Haim Atim, nickname. Haim Lahim, nickname. Shalom. Mahu. Salam. Salam.
It was the Arabs who told UN observers they'd seen armies of angels. Those stories did not come from the Israeli soldiers, but they did understand. It was foretold.
His promise to us that our seed will never be destroyed.
Okay, my brothers and sisters, I'm going to pause it there. You can find this documentary in Netflix, and the title of it is Four Blood Moons. It started from negative 38:49 to 25:18. Okay. Now, this confirms my sister. Well, it's not my sister's message. It's actually Yahuwah's message. Remember, he shall speak through our sons and daughters. When you read Joel chapter 2 and Acts chapter 2, and he said, what? When he pour his fluid on all flesh, that the sons and daughters shall prophesy. Now, I'm going to put the link of her video to watch the message that Yahuwah gave to the children of Israel. Now, if you are a Gentile who come across this video and watch the link of the message that's directly for the Hebrew Israelites, I'm asking you to pass it along to any Hebrew Israelite that you know. This is very important that they get this message, who are the children of Jacob, who are also known as the children of Israel. All right, my family, I love you all. Continue to preach the gospel that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10, verse 8 through 13, and baptize them in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. For we know this is the season for Yahushua to return, and this is a season that a nation shall be born. Go to my sister Carla webpage and you will understand what I just said. This is a season. This is the season for a nation to be born. Also, I forgot to mention, watch the whole documentary because it gives you great historical information that would confirm the prophecy that Yahuwah gave to the children of Israel in Deuteronomy chapter 2 regarding a foolish people that he would use to make the Hebrew Israelite jealous. Well, I have said enough, my family. Please check the description box for the other videos that you need to watch to understand this video. And I love you all. Shalom.